Greetings, YouTube. This is the first video I am recording in the Pacific Northwest after picking up my car in Washington and ultimately driving south about 3 hours to Portland, Oregon. I had no idea I had so many subscribers and fans in Oregon. I've been pretty humbled by how many of you have reached out and been like, "What part of Oregon? I live there." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, man. Thanks." Or woman, both parties. I also want to say I appreciate the feedback on the car. Some of you hate it. Some of you think it is the worst idea ever for a dream car, and I am crazy. And with that, I say two things. One, it's subjective, so you have every right to feel that way. My dream car could be your nightmare. But the second thing is, I like a challenge. And so I'm going to try in the next 24 hours to make a video, my first and probably last car video, that argues why this is my dream car and I'm not crazy. Now, I could be crazy for other reasons, and I am. Don't get me wrong. But not for this. So last year, right after Cyber Weekend, we did not have the December monthly cards on December 1st. They were delayed for some reason. It was like somebody fell asleep at the wheel and forgot to pick up the donuts for the Kabam offices. But today we could actually have it. And the screen is about to flip because for some reason, as I'm recording this, it is reversed. So get ready to watch something weird happen. And boom. How weird was that, right? Crazy. Okay, so with that being said, we are going to start with the lowest, and it is very rare to get 4 monthly cards or daily cards. I don't know what we call these things anymore. $5 for a 3-star generic Awakening Gem, 2 3-star Signature Stone crystals per day, and a 3-star hero. Obviously, this is for beginners, right? So here's what I would say to Kabam. $5 is a fine price. That's normal. I don't think you can expect anything to be lower for a monthly card. But at minimum, I think you should have this in 2020, almost 2021. First time I can say that. You should have the 3-star Signature Stones be generics and not crystals. 1 out of 6 RNG. And then on top of that, you should have a 3-star Nexus crystal. Wow. Also, wow. Sorry. Excuse me. It's embarrassing. I haven't talked yet today because I got more sleep last night than I had the last 3 nights combined. And right now, I'm fighting between sounding like Kermit the Frog and a chain smoker. So this is going to be real exciting to listen to. Okay, so 3-star Hero Crystal needs to be a 3-star Nexus. It needs to at least give you 3 different options right now because you could purchase this for $5 and you could get a 3-star Iron Patriot, and it's not going to help you regardless of the Awakening Gem or the 3-star Signature Stone Crystals. So yeah, make those Signature Stone Crystals generics and a 3-star Nexus, and now we're talking about a decent value for beginners. But as it stands right now, it's an F. It's just a really bad value for beginners, and that's unfortunate. I don't even know why they couldn't make the generics possible instead of the Signature Stone Crystals. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, so we're going to jump from $5 to $20. Pretty big jump, right? You've got 30 4-star Signature Stones. Those are generics, so that's good. A 4-star Awakening Gem Crystal, because they couldn't make that generic for some reason. 10 4-star Signature Stones right now. 10 4-star Signature Stone Crystals, and that's it. By the way, the timing on this always seems to be that Kabam knows that summoners opened a lot of crystals during Cyber Weekend. And so there becomes a shortage of a supply and an increase in demand for signature stones and awakening gems to a certain extent too. And because of that, this is their answer. It's like we just created a difference in the economy of the game, so we are going to try to capitalize on it, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, if I was running Kabam, I would do the exact same thing. I do hate the signature stone crystal aspect of this, and especially the class-based aspect of the Awakening Gem itself. I just think this thing really could be a generic, even though they're used to giving that for $30 instead of $20. But as the game evolves, 4 stars just aren't what they used to be. I don't buy the 5-star argument, but I do with the 4-star. So I think this is a fine deal for $10. I think it's a ripoff for $20. It's not as bad as the $5 deal to the right of it, but at the same time, it's not great. So I'm going to give this a generous D minus, and if somebody gave it an F, I wouldn't argue with it. All right, now we're going from $20 to $50. Whew. So just like the right side deal, you get a 5-star Awakening Gem Crystal, which is far different than the generic. You get 5 plus 5 Signature Stone crystals. Those would be awesome for generics. You get a total of 60 of the plus 2, and those are generics. Signature Stones, that's the best part of this by far for guaranteed value. And 120 Signature Stones, let's say that you got a 5-star and you're going to take them up, and maybe they're already awakened. 120 is a good amount of 6 stones. So that's awesome. And then when you scroll down, 200,000 gold, which is $20 worth of gold given the retail price of what Kabam usually gives us in the community. I think this is okay. It's not terrible, and it's not great. I don't like the crystal 1 out of 6 RNG. I've said that for years. I like more choice and less chance. Less gamble, more guarantee. I think this is probably similar to the right side deal. Something that would be a lot better if it was $30 and certainly $40, but it's not worth $50. If you're going to spend $50 and you're at this progression level, you deserve at least 5 6-star signature stones. And there's nothing about this that are 6 stars because, of course, we're waiting to review the final offer, in which I'm sure it will be all about 6 stars. So I'm going to give this a C minus, kind of D plus. It's like a 70. It's right on the border of a low D, or a high D and a low C, excuse me. They are resetting expectations. There are going to be people who comment, I can't believe you're not giving all these straight Fs automatically. Just think about what we saw on Cyber Weekend. Well, that's an outlier. That's an albatross. If you want to wait until Cyber Weekend 2021 or July 4th, 2021, or maybe even the spring cleaning event, be my guest. But you can't compare those once or twice a year offers to a normal day, and it is my job to be objective and not just slam things because I'm unrealistically comparing them to things that are so incredibly rare. This deal happens once a month at the beginning of the month, and that's what I care about most. All right, let's go to the final finale. Is it going to be $100? No, it's $70. That's good. I was sort of expecting, with the way that the price progression went, for that to be the price of an Odin. Interesting enough, we see a first in this. I think whales love 6-star signature stones, so they might be all over this regardless. But how much better of an offer would this be if that was a generic instead of a crystal? I know I'm sounding like a, rundown, repetitive human being at this point, but the crystal is just a gamble, and the generic is not. And I'm about guaranteed value when I grade things, and this is just not guaranteed value. The thing underneath it is, and I love it, I love that there is a plus 100 5-star signature stone item. The fact that exists is fantastic. And I applaud Kabam that is a generic, and that is not like a crystal where you have to land on the class for it to be plus 100. That's half of a max sig 5-star in one item. Now, I wish that was on the right side deal, and the left side was more of a generic for 6 stars, but Kabam knows that 6-star signature stones continue to be the highest of demand and the lowest of supply, and so they don't want to make it easier to get signature stones for your 6 stars. And given that we haven't even seen tier 6 basic catalysts and tier 3 alpha catalysts, and we know that we need those to take a 6-star to rank 4. Signature stones for 6 stars actually increase in value as 6 stars can be ranked up to higher levels. So these things aren't going to get cheaper in any way. Kabam has proven that they're going to be more expensive as you go along. So that is a fascinating way that they're setting it up, but I guess it makes sense given how they want to set up the economy of the game. 3,500 6-star shards. This should be at least 5,000, at least half a 6-star, and just 1 million gold. That is unfortunate. I was expecting more from this package. And certainly for $70, you don't have a single guaranteed chance to take a 6-star up any levels because it's all about the 6-star signature stone crystals. How is it that you have deals like the one on the right where you get some generics included, but the only generic in the 6-star signature daily card is a 5-star. Like, that's crazy. This should not be called the 6-star signature daily card. This should be called the super 5-star signature daily card with some 6 stars thrown in. It's mismarketed and kind of shady, to be honest. December is starting out shady. That might be the title of this video, because they're just like the 5-star signature daily card. I guess I can buy that, but at least it has an awakening gem. But keep in mind, even when we talk about the class-based, and I know we are almost done with the event, right? But it is worth noting, as we talk about the value of a class-based 5-star awakening gem, that when we look at the Gamma Galore Spin event, which only has a day left, so many people, this is the greatest thing Kabam has done in a side quest for so many players. So many people get this 5-star generic for free. So compare that to paying $50 to get the class-based 1 out of 6 RNG that you don't have control over, right? It's not a comparison at all. So I actually think in terms of guaranteed value for what you think you're paying for, the 5-star signature daily card is the best, and it's still below average. I think this thing on the left, I'm going to give it an F. Because if I'm paying $70 for a 6-star signature daily card, you better believe I should at least take a 6-star that I have awakened up 10 SIGs, no matter what. And there's very little chance that you're going to get even 5 signature stones for that particular class by the time the 30 days are up. And that's just shady and unfortunate. So, yes, December has started out shady, and I appreciate getting to record videos again, and the feedback, both positive and negative. The most positive feedback by far was on my Avengers Christmas sweater. And you know what I say to that? Awesome. I appreciate that feedback. Have a great start to your month, YouTube. Happy December officially. Thanks for watching.